Hello everyone, my name is Malakane. I'm here to play some games with you. We are back playing Renowned Explorers. We are just after our second mission, where we went to Transylvania in search of an alchemy lab. We were successful in finding it, and in the process fought some cultists, and as part of that have unlocked New Orleans and San Francisco in America, which has been great for us. So now we're back, have plenty to spend, and I will tell you now that this entire episode will be dedicated to this world map. It'll be a short episode, most likely, and if you are not interested in the world map, then please feel free to skip on to the next episode. But until then, we will kind of look at our options. So we got two new places this time. New Orleans, which has some equipment. We can take a look. Has some cool new trinkets. Has some new books that help us with our kind of the way we use abilities. And for us, this will be pretty important. So I will be very happy with taking these as well. We have San Francisco to recruit more people. And these people do focus on kind of making more points come from the things we get, which I think is going to be very important for us. And we'll look at which one's going to be most important here in a bit. Otherwise, we have the same from before. We can spend our 4 insight we have on more resources as we want them. And so now we have to decide, how do we want to spend our resources first? This time, order is going to be very important. It'll be very useful to take a look at everything we kind of have going on for us. So to start, I'd like to kind of take a look at research. We don't have a whole lot, and we have 5 things we can choose from. We might have room to unlock one and then pick the first one of one of these. And so, we'll take a look. We aren't too worried about cities at this point. We could perhaps go history to unlock more status. We have a ton of status right now for where we're at. But I just don't think that's going to be the most useful thing we can do. Psychology and engineering both focus on status and gold. Those, again, could be really good. But, well, lots of supplies capacity going this way. That could be really fascinating. But I'm actually going to think that anthropology, which lets us focus on a certain attitude, or natural sciences, nature sciences, which lets us focus on research, are going to be really useful for us. I admit I'm leaning towards anthropology. Let me kind of explain why. So immediately whenever we do an encounter token, we get 4 to 6 more research from those. That's going to be really useful in combat, which we're going to try and focus a bit more on, get more devious. And when we do this, we actually do get +1 or +2 encounter tokens when spending insight to perform a study insight with a level 4, level 6 archaeologist. That'll be really helpful for us. I'll tell you right now that we have a archaeologist who is level 3. We can bump her up to 4 pretty easily even now before we spend any insight at all. So we might be able to get enough study with that to make this worthwhile. We can also, with this one, get some tools which help us on adventure wheels. That helps us shore up our weaknesses, which I will be very much so in favor of. We can get +1 encounter tokens when solving encounter deviously, and then another encounter token, so really stacking up on those and making those worthwhile. And even to the point where we get extra supplies by winning encounters deviously. So this, I think, will be our best bet. But nature sciences, this would give us 2 extra study whenever we enter a nature challenge. We really love our nature challenges. That's something we've really gone heavy on. That might make this worth it for us. We can take Tales from the Wild, which gets us extra study when performing insight with various skilled characters. Now, I will say that we don't really have an athlete or a naturalist. We do have a survivalist. We could use this right now to perform campaign, to get both research and campaign. And honestly, that might not be a terrible idea, given how much campaign tokens we have. It could be really nice to go all in on this and see if we can get a lot more people this time. We'll get more research and more gold from discoveries. And when we find a treasure, we can get more discoveries as well. And finally, this doesn't just give the treasure outright, which could be really useful. as well as an extra supplies capacity for each mastery research field. If we went all in on this, all in another one, that's 3 extra supplies. Honestly, I think these two offer us the most benefit. I think I'm going to go anthropology for now. Helps us get more research from encounters. Helps us get encounter tokens from insight and study. And from those we get more status and more gold. Well, honestly, this doesn't really get us more research. We want to go heavy on research. You know, let's do natural sciences. I think this will be fine. Yeah, let's do natural sciences, and maybe go for Tales of the Wild to try and get more study points with campaign tokens. See where that leaves us. Alright, so we have 80. This will be our last research. We can go one of the 2 of these. Right now we can see that discoveries get 22 to 33 research and 27 to 33 gold. This would give us, so that's 28 to 30 or 43 research, which could be fantastic, and an additional, so that is 47 to 58 gold. That could be huge, especially if we find more discoveries in our next time. I don't know though. Let's go and go with this. We're going to spend insight here soon, so that'll give us the most leeway. We'll experiment around with it. So next, I do want to focus on the gold. I think that we have some unique opportunities with New Orleans. I want to really get to that. So first, we will want to get these books. These Enrage, Sadness, and Terrify are what we have, actually exactly one of each. So Rage, we do want to give Rage to Kiwi. She is apparently incredibly annoying. We'll sell this back for a bit of extra gold. Sadness does go to Yvonne. She is so heartbreaking. People just can't stand it. And of course, the Book of Horrors goes to the teacher. Because why wouldn't the Book of Horrors go to the teacher? That makes sense to me, obviously. Alright, and so we have some other options here. We can get a battery, which gives us +5 speech defense, and also a naturalist perk. This could be really useful. I might actually end up putting this on Agatha. We'll look around and see what other trinkets are, because we have gold now to spend on trinkets, and I think that's definitely something we want to do. We have a monocle here, plus speech power and plus speech while the current attitude is devious, and diplomat customs perk. I think this almost has to go to Yvonne, make her speech power even better, and really just boost the crap out of it, because that +5 in a devious attitude will really help us, and she is kind of going towards that more beguiler type of playthrough, and so diplomat customs perk I think will be pretty good for us. Cooking pot gives survivalist, tactician, and athlete, as long as we have 5 or more supplies. So for a bit that will help us, but that's about 4 moves in before we need to find more supplies. That's a maybe. We'll see. So that's the first place. That's New Orleans, which we just got. Let's go back to Russia real fast for a quick jaunt, because of course, why not? So we could get a compass, but I will say we already have navigation on her, and so that makes the compass fairly worthless to us, unfortunately. We could get a monkey wrench, which resists damage from Terrified and gains an engineer advanced tools, which Agatha does not have. I actually think this might be a no-brainer, but let's take a look and see if we can get something else first. So if we upgraded for 50 gold, we could unlock tier 2, which gets us to Machete and Translation Guide. It does not get us anything else on here. We could look at some defense, which wouldn't be a terrible thing. We could get defense for a person, plus maybe a translation guide, or a machete. Honestly, a machete on Agatha could be really good. Terrifying abilities gain +10 speech power, and she has a terrifying ability, but only one, so I'm not sure if that's really worth it. I think I'd prefer getting Engineer on her. Engineer does give us plus speech defense and plus attack, but we don't use attack at all. So lots to think about. So again, back to New Orleans for a quick jaunt. So if we got this level 2, we could get these 3. We get a poker set, which gives us rogue and bluffing. That could be good, especially on Yvonne, who is a bit of a rogue. We could get naturalist or geology for a pickaxe, which could be really good on Kiwi, or a spyglass. Plus 20 speech hit chance, plus 20 hit chance attack, hit chance. Do we have hit chance on here? I don't think so. But survivalist spotting could be just really good on her. Really going heavy into that survivalist. That's not a terrible idea. So with that, maybe we do go and upgrade something. We don't have a whole lot of gold right now, so let's go back to Red Market. Let's go ahead and grab a monkey wrench for Agatha. I think that makes sense. Leaves us 200 gold left. We could then take... Yeah, I don't think either of those make a lot of sense. We could... This is actually where I'm leading now. We could upgrade and go for a new defensive item. And actually, that's what I'm thinking we might do. Because... So our defense, we have 20 and 20, 38 and 20, 17 and 2. I might go for some good boots on her and get that grit really high up. Alright, so now we're talking about, let's do it. So, if we went this route, we'd give up 5 armor, which takes us to 15. But this would then take us to really high speech defense. And that'd be in the 50s. Be 52, which would make her just immune to the speech all around. Armor would round her out a bit more. Compared to decent armor, that is more speech defense, which puts us at 43, as well as more armor, which puts us at 25. I think that might be a fantastic bet. Unless, no, we already got books for them. I'm gonna be happy with those books. So I think we go for armor on Agatha. Let's do it. Alright. Done. So now I have to think about status. We have 3 places we can status, like we can spend status at. We have Stockholm, which of course is gonna help us more. It's gonna get us more perks, which honestly we might want to go for the professor here, but this rogue perk could be really helpful for Yvonne. She only has 1 rogue talent right now. Agatha is at 3 engineer. We could get her to 4 pretty easily. So we have that advanced tools. Do we? No, that just got us that from this. Okay. We can get combustion with this guy. That's a good thought. Wouldn't cost too terribly much. We could even upgrade and get a second person, which would get us survivalist for Kiwi, which provides even more grit. A quick thinker. Does anyone have quick thinker? No, they don't. Or tactician, which no one also has as well. So we could go heavy into that. Survivalist. So we could get Vigilante and the Professor. Really go heavy on that. I like that idea. Let's see Madrid. See what they have there. We've already gotten some people here. We'd have to unlock the next one, but we get extra collect for resolving Devious. That could be really good. And that's definitely worth thinking about. And we could even, so if we upgraded this twice, that'd be 100. Puts us at 450. We could even get 2 of these, which gives us an extra study for going devious. And so, in addition to the campaign, we just be getting a lot by going devious altogether. I think I like that. And we could actually even get high enough. Not this time, I don't think. But next time, maybe getting more discoveries, which we know are going to be really powerful for us when we unlock more of the discovery things. I like that. We'll see. Doing over a quick jaunt to San Francisco, because why not? These give us a lot more perks and boosts we already have. This could be good. I will say we could get more survivalist, or more rogue, or more archaeologist. I think all of us could benefit from that a lot, and even gaining some by doing encounter certain ways, that could be really nice as well. I think going devious and getting more encounter tokens is, it wouldn't hurt us at all, right? So if we can't get to the last one, even more perks. Well, we already have steam engines there, so we could get Beguiler for Astonishing over here. I mean, we have a lot of good choices here. A lot of good choices. I think what I'm going to do is go back to Madrid. I think I like going double on this, just doubling up on the devious. That'll help us get towards getting discoveries, which will be really, really helpful with more research points. So you know what? Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Devious and devious. Alright, so now we're at 133. I wonder how much we could get if we go and get more status. And one of the best parts is we could, at this point, go to Paris, and you can see with her we now get 2 and 2, which for 4 of them probably wouldn't help as much as I was hoping it would. Actually, well, if we went to Berlin to talk to people, we could get 20 to 40 research. So that is a minimum of 80 research, a maximum of 160 research. That does give us the next research point here, which would get us either gain +1 supplies capacity for each master field, which is +1 immediately for us, or more research and gold from discovery, which both these could be really good. So can I get anything obvious by going more status? Plus status from encounters, plus gold from encounters. I could get a student, which is more research from study, which I do like the idea of. More status from campaign, more gold from collect. And we could do this right here and just get both these and call it a day. Or potentially, if we got 120 more on these explorers, we could get this extra engineer, which bumps her up to level 4 engineer. Well, decisions. Alright, let's go student. Do lobbyist, because why not? And we will come back here to Berlin. Let's get Agatha to perform some insight for us. And let's just see where this takes us. We do want to go on our research, so I'm going to commit to that. I see no problem with that. Alright, so 1 left. Alright, so that will not be enough for 2 researches, but that's going to be okay. I'll pick up the first one, which... So we aren't guaranteed discoveries, but we are kind of guaranteed more supplies. I'm going to hit this for now in the hopes that we get enough research next time to finish this out. Which could be wishful thinking, I don't know. But we'll see. Alright, and with that, we ready for our next expedition? We do have some options here. So you can see, just looking across the map, that we have one new place, or two new places open. The Highlands, up here in Scotland, or we have the Memphis Desert, in addition to, of course, the Mali Mystery and the Caribbean island from before. You can see here the Egyptian expedition. Archaeologist, athlete, survivalist, rogue. We'd be really, really good at this. We have extra supplies, finding survival stuff. This could get us gold though, and I'm not sure if gold will be our best thing to go after. Highlands, historic Scottish relic being held there for a paranoid abbess. A friendly approach can make things easier. We have beguiler, we have engineer, we have a little bit of diplomat but no tactician. Status and gold. We have a big choice ahead of us. And I don't believe the Memphis Desert said what it would be good there, so I think devious would be fine. A friendly approach here implies that there are a lot of devious, so we'd be fine there as well. Well, we have some good choices. We do want to do one of these two. I do believe going for the most stars. These are both 3 stars. Going for the most stars is the most important part. While we could go for the Caribbean island to get research, nature challenges, techniques, I just believe that the nice nature of this wouldn't be really worth it, but maybe that research. I don't know. I think we're going to go for one of the 3s. I can go big or go home, right? So I will say we will figure out next time. This is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you are enjoying the series. I hope you're having a good time with this. I know I am. I love Renowned Explorers. It's one of my favorite games. I really enjoy playing it. I enjoy playing it for you. If you're enjoying, please leave me a like or subscribe. That really helps the channel get going. We'll kind of push forward. If you want to see more games, please comment. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. I want feedback. Feedback is fantastic. So with that, I hope you have a fantastic day or evening or whatever time of the day it is for you. Hope things are going well, and I want you above all else to game on. Talk to you later.